Jubilee Jobs has been helping unemployed but eager to work residents of Washington, D.C. find urgently needed and appropriate jobs since 1981. Most applicants have struggles in their lives: addictions, homelessness, incarceration, lack of language and other skills, but each one comes with what we call a core of goodness. And it's from this core of goodness that a strong and productive new life is being built. In 2012, between our two offices, we were able to help 1,000 people move into marketplace jobs. And we call that work for sustenance and dignity at home. As soon as applicants begin working, each one is encouraged to discover his or her own unique calling and begin pursuing a necessary education and skills for a career position that will support themselves and families. People like Cheryl Edwards, who moved from home care to chef's training, and from $8.25 an hour to $12 an hour with advancement opportunities. All services to applicants are free and to the employers. A vast cadre of volunteers allows Jubilee Jobs to keep costs low and provide a remarkable array of professional contacts and mentors for applicants. Successful applicants also return to serve as mentors, advocates, volunteers, and ongoing support, and we have about half of our staff are people that were applicants with us before. One of the great needs of applicants at the beginning of their job search is for transportation help. In 2012, with the help of a graduate student in economics at Georgetown University, he conducted a field study about transportation costs affected job search in DC. And his findings indicate that modest transportation subsidy has a large effect in reducing unemployment duration. So over this program, he was able to show that applicants, by getting a SmarTrip card 2 times, was able to reduce their unemployment time by about 3 weeks. So our request is for $2,000 for SmarTrip cards that will help at least 36 applicants slow down their unemployment time and increase their employment opportunities.
How do you ensure that the SmarTrip cards are used for actual job-seeking purposes outside of other trips?
We don't monitor that, but the applicants come very eager and ready for work. And so it helps a lot, and that's the way they use the SmarTrip card. And we found that we don't monitor every single trip that they take, but we found that it allows them to go on interviews that are a little bit further away, may have a better salary, and we actually showed by the study that it did have that kind of result. Yeah, it's a good question.
So where do you see kind of most of your applicants coming from for Jubilee Jobs? Are they in DC and therefore able to take shorter trips, or are they coming from like further out in Maryland or Virginia?
The vast majority of applicants come from Washington. They come word of mouth. We have a great advertising mechanism. It's called the Grapevine. And we have about 100 new applicants for our orientation. We do get a few from Virginia. We do get a few from Maryland. And we don't screen for that, but the vast majority come from Washington, D.C.
And where do you find that they're finding employment more so in DC, Maryland, Virginia?
Any job that is at least 20 hours a week, we consider a viable possibility, and that's accessible by public transportation. So it's literally all over the metropolitan area. We try not to send people too far. Sterling, Virginia is a little far sometimes by the bus, but and it's people begin at the entry level, and then that begins the first step and an incentive for them moving ahead toward a more career level position.
How were the 36 clients chosen? How were the 36 clients who were given the SmarTrip cards? How did they qualify versus?
Okay, there are the qualifications for an applicant is that someone needs and wants a job and is able to actually work in the job market. So we don't have, and it's really the self-selected applicant who needs and wants to work. And the entry-level job market is fairly receptive to people that have an eagerness to work and the capacity to work and all that. it's when you move ahead that it gets more
I
complicated.
mean, how do you decide who to give the SmarTrip cards to? How do you decide who to give the SmarTrip cards?
Oh, the SmarTrip cards. Well, the initial study was a random selection, and so David came to each of the workshops that we have, and when the people have finished their workshop preparation, it was a lottery. So if you wanted to participate in the SmarTrip card, you would just draw from the lottery, and we will probably continue that. And people felt like that was a fair way to make them available.